It may be over for now, but I am sure I'll see you again one day.
Congratulations on on your dates at the Warp Tour. And have you ever done any big festivals or tours like this in the States before, or Canada, North America?
We've done the walk tour. We did it in last year,
Oh yeah.
so we did the walk tour last year just for a couple of weeks. So I think we did 14 dates last year, and then and that was such an incredible experience. And that was our first kind of big tour over in the States, because most of our touring has been in Australia and New Zealand, and so it really is like a brave new world for us over there. But everyone has just been so like kind and welcoming. So we just can't wait to come back, and I think we're doing 24 dates on this Warped coming up in July. So yeah, we just can't wait to get back.
Is it going to be a coast to coast thing, or is it just one specific section of the country?
It's basically going to be the East Coast more than the West Coast. So we're starting in New York, and we do a few shows there and some press, and then we move down the coast to Miami. So we play all the shows going down to Miami Beach, and then we finish up in Texas, actually. So I think we finish in Houston.
So you've got a couple of very, very hot, and Houston is very, very dry. So
yeah,
you're ready for that one. But then again, isn't most of Oz kind of dry? So
exactly, yeah. About 90% of our country is desert. So hopefully we'll be ready for it. But yeah, so we go inland a little bit as well, but we do like Ohio and some other states. So yeah.
Over the years as a band, you've gone through several lineup changes. What was the key for your band to stay on top of your game throughout all these changes? How have you been coping with it?
I think our passion for music and for people has always been the number one thing that just constantly drives us. I think for myself personally and the other guys in the band, it's something that we just can't kind of live without. Like it's something that naturally comes to us, this creativity and this passion for music. And once you actually kind of start playing some shows in front of people and you start to tour, it really is a rewarding experience, and something that if I was to stop, then it would feel like there was a big kind of, I suppose, hole in my life for the things that I actually love to do. So for us, with the different lineup changes we've had over the years, it's just been really important for us to basically just remain best friends, really. And then once we kind of feel like a family and we feel close, then you kind of can go through all the highs and lows and the ups and downs and come out stronger the other side. So for us, it's been really important to keep our friendships strong within ourselves, and then just keep passionate about what we do.
Well, that's fantastic, because you never want to burn your bridges. Musicians often become friends because of it, and then that's just a really wonderful thing, and I'm glad for you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to talk to you about your Million Voices video. It's no secret that it's been very good to you, as well as being the official theme of the Olympics on Australian TV last year. So congratulations on your tremendous success bringing your music to a nationwide audience on one of the biggest scales television had to offer last year, the Summer Olympics. So how is it that, was it there kind of a selection process that went through in order for you guys to receive this honor?
Yeah, there was, but most of it was behind the scenes. Most of it we weren't a part of, but it was through Channel 9, which is this TV network in Australia that hosted the Olympics, and Foxtel. And basically they went through a whole bunch of publishers with different songs, and they were trying to find the right fit, basically. And then when they came across our song, then for them it seemed fairly perfect for what they wanted to do. So we only found out really after they'd chosen the song. So we weren't really part of the process, but you can imagine we were fairly excited when we found
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And this looks like a really awesome outdoor gig you performed at. Where was it, and how did you decide to use this footage for the video?
The video live footage is at a festival in Queensland, which is Northern Australia, and it's at a place called Easterfest. That's what the festival's called, and it gets about it's over the Easter long weekend, and yeah, it gets about 20 to 30,000 people there a year. So it's a really great festival, and it's a festival we've played at for the last few years in a row, and basically for the video, we didn't have any idea of what we were going to do when we shot that footage. We only just found out a couple of days earlier that what was going to happen with the Olympics. So we thought, and we had our director there. So we sat down for like a 10-minute meeting, and we said, okay, mate, this is what's happening. Let's just film this footage, and then we'll just piece together the rest of the video afterwards, because we knew it was going to have to be a quick release. Because the Olympics was coming up. So that was the kind of frantic nature behind the video. So it was kind of developed in a backwards setting, rather than usually we'd come up with a concept and then work it out really like in a really well thought out plan. But this was like the opposite. And I think, that's what kind of made it exciting and interesting, just to kind of have that approach instead.
It appeared that obviously it was late at night when you guys played your gig, and so was there kind of any moments of tension or anticipation throughout the day, saying, "Oh man, we're gonna be on all these cameras are gonna be sticking in our faces in a few hours," and kind of throughout the day, or were you just kind of more kind of harnessed, kind of knowing what to expect for it?
It's something that we've done before. We've got a little bit of experience with live shows and cameramen running around getting in your face and that kind of thing. So luckily we knew what to expect with that. So there wasn't way too many surprises. But there was a couple of things that our director wanted me to do. Like there's a scene in the video as well where I'm like down on my knees and stuff like that. So there was like, most of the time we don't come up with any choreography or anything like that for our shows, because obviously we're like a alternative rock band. But there was a couple of moments where for that one song we just needed to do certain things so our director could get the certain shots that he needed. So that was the only tension, was just like, because we only had one shot, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing live in front of like 12,000 people and you've got one shot to make it, otherwise it wasn't going to work, and luckily it came through.
Now, there's no questioning at all why your song "A Million Voices" was chosen by Channel 9, because it's very inspiring and provides themes of hope and happiness and the means to survive through tough times and to rise above pain and suffering. Like the Japanese proverb that you quoted that says, "Fall 7 times and get back up 8." Eloise Wellings, she's been a star in your country for many years, but how did you come to meet Julius and basically use his story as a basis for your tremendously uplifting music?
Yeah, so Eloise and Julius run a foundation called Love Mercy, over in Africa. And basically, when we heard their story through mutual friends, they know each other. So when we heard their story and how it connected with the Olympics, and it connected with I suppose, just being able to overcome and that whole spirit of overcoming. We just thought it was a perfect fit for what we wanted to do and what the song was about. So it was basically through mutual friends that we were hooked up for that. And it was great. I've met Eloise before, but I actually haven't met Julius yet, because he spends most of his time over in his home country in Africa. So
in Uganda, right?
Uganda, yeah. Basically, for the people of Uganda, they're setting up things like hospitals, medical clinics, even trying to get into building schools, and really trying to get the people back on their feet because of the war that's kind of been raging on in Uganda for the past 20 plus years. So basically, this is a country that has been closed off to a lot of the Western world, and they've been going through some crazy stuff, like basically genocide and all the child killings and kidnappings going on. So it's something that is really, really close to my heart, to actually help to get get this country back on track and really give its people a hope and a future. So it's the website is, if you just Google Love Mercy, then you can find out, anyone can find out a lot more about it, and it's something that's really good to get educated on what's happening outside of our own countries.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think I'm pretty good. Just thanks again for your time. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you staying up late at night and braving the time difference and the cold to have a chat.
A lot of people in Canada and abroad are definitely going to be pleased when they hear you guys, and wish you best of luck on the Warped Tour and beyond. And come back to Canada sometime.
We definitely will. We cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Thanks, mate. I appreciate your time.
Cheers, mate.